welcome to a mixed Vinyasa yoga session. This session is kind of laid out as to how I teach a class because it begins with a bit of breathing, warming up, some salutations, movements and Savasana at the end. But I will put timestamps below when each of those things happen in case people only want to do parts of the class, or you can stay for the whole class. I'm recording these sessions because it's dedicated to my original classes I used to teach, but I've got a bit of a career change, recording these for fun as well as a way for people to keep doing yoga with me. But in today's class we focus a bit on kind of heart opening and kind of movement in the arms, and very much adapted to suit you today. If you would like a prop, do we need props too much? We need props a little bit today, but not too much so. But if you want to, you can have a yoga block, you could have a book, a cushion or something that can give you a bit of height in some poses or make the poses a bit more comfortable. Okay, so make sure you're in a comfortable space to practice, and if you want to put some music on or add anything to your space, do so. But we are going to start seated or lying down, your choice. But if you're seated, you could be on the mat or up on a block. You could have the legs crossed right in front of you, and if you're laying down, just find a comfortable position, and then we'll close the eyes down or gaze softly at the mat, and just take a moment to arrive and observe how we're feeling. Take a moment to check in. And during today's class, I'd like you to notice what your body needs rather than how you want the poses to look. And if you're aware of any discomforts or injuries that you have, please take your time as you move through the class, maybe taking the variation, use the prop available, or even come out of the pose and rest, maybe laying down, taking a seat or a child's pose, just making this class your own. Okay, so we're going to begin with taking 3 deep breaths in and sign them out through the mouth together. So we exhale first, and then take a deep breath in. And out through the mouth, breathing in and back out. One more time, breathing in, a long sigh, back out. For our breathing, we'll be taking yogic breath. And for this breath, you can place one hand over the abdomen and one hand over the heart space, or keep them by the side. On your inhale, be breathing into the abdomen, expanding it out, letting the breath move up through the rib cage all the way to the tops of the shoulders. And at the top of the breath, maybe you hold, and on the exhale, relax the shoulders down, rib cage in, and abdomen back in. I'll guide the first 3 rounds with a hold in them. So it'll be a count of 6 for the inhale, 6 for the hold breath, and a count of 8 for the exhale. But if you feel like holding breath isn't for you, you can skip this part out and continue breathing in and out deeply, noticing the movement in the body. Okay, so exhale first, and then we're breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue this pattern of breath. On the inhale, let the body expand from the base upwards all the way to the shoulders. Maybe you hold at the top. And on the exhale, relax the body back in. And you can change how long or how short the breaths are, and how long you hold the breath for. Taking one more round. finished, returning to the natural breath and bringing hands down to the sides if they're not already there. We take a moment here to bring our awareness to these sounds outside the room, furthest away from us, noting that they are there and they may come and go during your session. Next, bring your awareness to the sounds within the room and notice that they are there. Finally, bring your awareness to the sound or feeling of your own breath that moves in and out of the nostrils, and know that at any point you can bring your attention back here. As you move into a gentle movement, if you're laying down, you can adjust the movements to where you are or come and join us in seated. And if you're already seated, the crossing of the legs can be swapped over, or maybe you remain where you are. Okay, and from here, we'll bring the chin down to chest. On your inhale, bring left ear to left shoulder, stretching out the side of the neck. And on the exhale, return chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Repeating 2 more times on both sides. Bring the ear to shoulder. And when you're ready, moving through center to the other side. When you finished, returning head to center. Or next, lean the body over the legs slightly and begin to draw circles with the torso. To the side, back, and back to the front. Maybe noticing where you feel this movement in the body, whether you want to hold any spots slightly longer. Okay, and then changing direction, drawing the circles the other way. Taking your last round. And then returning back to neutral. You can keep the eyes closed here or softly blink them open, but on the inhale, chest comes forward, shoulder blades together as we get up towards the ceiling. Get ready for cat-cow. On the exhale, rolling down. We'll take 2 more rounds. The inhale, shoulder blades together, looking up. And on the exhale, rolling down, shoulder blades apart, curling inwards. 1 more round in your own time. And then returning to neutral. Getting ready for a side stretch. Bring the arms up overhead and then place the left hand down to the ground, the right arm reaches over, keeping the body open up towards the ceiling. I'm looking for the hand above or down at the ground next to you. On your inhale up through center. This time you take a twist. The left hand crosses over to the right knee. The right hand on the ground behind you, looking over the shoulder. Taking a breath here. Inhale, both arms up overhead, side stretch on the other side. Right hand comes down as the left arm reaches over, keeping the left hip down towards the ground. And on your next inhale up through center, taking that twist, right hand, left knee, left hand on the ground behind you, looking over the shoulder. On the next inhale, both arms up overhead, and arms can either be up above head, reaching up, or alternating, reach at one and the other. And when you're ready on the next exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. We're going to come up to stand. So maybe like to roll over onto the fronts of the legs. Tuck the toes under and slowly come up to standing, or find either way it's comfortable to standing. And we're going to meet at the tops of our mats, getting ready for 3 rounds of sun salutations. The first round is slightly slower, the next 2 rounds a little bit faster. And so we begin by grounding down to the feet about hip distance or narrower apart. Tucking the pelvis in, core engaged. Roll the shoulders back, standing tall. And on our inhale, arms come up overhead, palms you together or separate, either looking up at the hands or out in front of you. Exhale, forward fold. Folding from the hips, drop the chest and head down. Hands either come to the mat, the legs are hanging in the air. Maybe have a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, coming up part way. Hands come to shins, you roll the shoulders away from the knees. Exhale, plant the hands down, stepping back the feet into plank pose, or alone down to the mat to either the knees on or off the floor. Bending the elbows, lower the chest down, the rest of the body can follow. On your inhale, a few options here. You can either come up in Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders, forearms and hands pressed down. Maybe like to take Cobra, hands under shoulders, inhale, elbows in, rolls the shoulders back, or take up dog if you'd like to. On your exhale, lowering. From here, pressing back, taking either child's pose, 3 breaths, big toes together, knees can be apart all together, or you can take down dog for 3 breaths. Tuck the toes under, bring the hips up, we're pressing down into the hands, arms rotate away from the ears, looking back behind us through the legs, chest towards the thighs, drop the heels down the side. Taking one more breath. Looking forwards, walk or jump the feet towards the hands, or slowly come up from child's pose. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale, slowly come up to standing, feeling through the back. Raise the head and arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, in front of the chest. Okay, second round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Chest and head down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the ground, stepping back the feet, alone down to match by the knees on or off the floor. Coming all the way down on your inhale, choosing Sphinx or Cobra. Exhale, lower. Just taking a breath there. We then press back, take 3 breaths now, child's pose or downward dog. And you can add a variation to here, maybe by pedaling through the feet, drop one heel down, the other way down, dog. Maybe twisting the hips or shaking the head. Just finding a movement that feels good for your body here. Okay, we're looking forwards. Walk or jump the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll bend the knees on the next inhale. We'll slowly come up. Raising the head, then arms up overhead. Palms together. Exhale, from the chest. Last round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the ground, stepping back the feet. And from here, lowering down to match both the knees on or off the floor. Inhale, coming up in Sphinx or Cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Pressing back. Choosing child's pose or downward dog, taking a few breaths there. Last breath. And we're moving straight to our next pose from here. So keeping the left on the ground, lift the right foot off the mat slightly or point it up towards the ceiling, 3-legged dog. From here, bend the knee, bring the knee in towards the chest, place the right foot near the top of the mat, and then bring a block, or maybe just keep your hands on the mat, and we're either, jump the back foot off the ground, putting all the weight in that front foot, pressing down into your support, and finding somewhere to focus as we hold this balance, hips point down. And while we're here, you can either keep holding onto your support, or try releasing with one hand, maybe both hands, from the chest, take hold the leg or the sides. Then just take one more breath. Okay, from here, place that back foot onto the mat, press up through that front leg, coming into Warrior 1, bending into that front knee, back foot's at 45 degrees to the back of the mat, and bring the arms up overhead. We're going to take some arm circles here, a few options. You can either use the full length of the arms and reach both arms forwards over that front leg. Inhale, reach them back. Maybe you'd rather have hands on the shoulders, draw the circles just to the elbows. Or the other option is to have the right hand to the right hip and only draw arm circles with one arm, depending on what space you have and what feels better for your shoulders. And so as we take these circles, lean the body forward slightly and then straighten the leg as you come back. Just kind of find this movement through the whole body, opening across the shoulders and then bring the shoulder blades together as the arms sweep back. One more round in this direction. And then change in direction. Bring the arms behind you, open across the front of the body, sweep the arms forwards. Nice. We'll take 2 more rounds. I'm going to swap to one arm for a moment. Lovely. We're going to end at the top in a warrior 1. Opening out to warrior 2. Rotate towards the side of the mat. Arms are out strong. Back edge of the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, and we're bending into that front knee. Taking reverse warrior. Front palm up. Scoop it forwards and bring it back. Back hand to back leg as that front arm reaches up. Bending that front knee. Taking one more breath. Inhale, warrior 2. Taking side angle, bend the front elbow. Right forearm to right thigh, as that back arm reaches forwards or wraps around the lower back. Left hand to right hip, keeping the body open up towards the ceiling. If you can keep your body open up that way, you can have a bring your body down into the inside, the front leg, and bring that front hand round to meet the back, taking a bind. We're going to release the bind if we're down here. Bring that back arm up, inhale, warrior 2. From here, come onto the toes, the back foot. Rotate the hips round towards the front and slowly bend the knees. Bring yourself down to the ground. We're going to come into our lizard lunge and half splits flow. So walk that front foot out to the outside edge. So both hands are on the inside of the front foot. You can have the hands on the mat or on a block for a little space in the chest. And what we're going to do is on our exhale, bring the hips back, straightening into that front leg. Inhale, bend that knee coming forwards. Nice. I'm going to take a few more rounds, moving in and out of this pose. Maybe matching with the breath, or maybe pausing slightly. And if you want to add a bit more of a challenge to the balance, you can take the hands off the support and on your exhale, bring the arms back. Inhale, sweep them forwards as you come into lizard lunge. Exhale, sweep them back. Nice. Taking 2 more rounds. Meet back in half splits. Bring the hands down if you've got them off the support. Straighten into that right leg, that front leg. Maybe point or flex the foot. And then again, bring that right hip back, left hip forward. So you're straightening along the back of the leg. Body can be high or lower down towards that front leg. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Ready to move, bending into that front knee. We're taking lizard lunge, coming forward to the knees in line with the ankle. You can either stay up on the hands for this pose or come down onto the forearms. The back leg can either remain on the mat or tuck the back toes under, lift up the back leg. Taking lizard lunge, maybe holding stillness or adding some movement, pulls them back or side to side into the hips. 2 more breaths. Okay. Bring the back knee down. Come up onto the hands. Slowly bring the hips back slightly, so then slide the right leg back to join the left. And from here we take our child's pose or our downward dog. Take that break between sides. I'm going to switch side just so I can be facing towards you this next round. 1 more breath. And because I've switched around, you can stay facing the way you are or switch around as well as your choice, but just so I can explain the next few poses easier towards you. So we're going to come into our downward dog all together. So if we're in child's pose, tuck the toes under, bring the hips up. From here we keep the right foot on the ground, lift the left off the mat, either slightly or point the toes up towards the ceiling. Bend the left leg, bring it in towards the chest. Place the left foot down to into warrior 3. Popping that back foot off the mat all the way into that front foot, and hands can either be on the mat or on the block. From here, hips point down. And we're finding our balance, maybe with the hands on the support, or have a go taking one hand off, and maybe the other. Finding somewhere to focus as we hold. Okay, and then from here, coming up, place that back foot down, bending into that front knee. Bring the arms up, taking a warrior one stance. And on your exhale, sweep the arms forwards. Inhale, bring them back behind you. And remember there's those variations for bringing hands to shoulders or just using one arm. Find which one feels best. Maybe doing it like what you did on the other side. Depends how side the body feels. And then change direction. Bring the arms behind. Sweep them over that front leg. Taking one more round. And then we'll meet the arms upwards. Everything out to warrior two. Rotate towards the side of the mat. Back edge of the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Bending low into that front knee. Arms are out strong. Reverse warrior. Flip the front palm up. Scoot it forwards and bring it back. Back hand to back leg is up, front arm reaches up. I will put the hand above or down at the ground behind you. Now you inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Bend the front elbow. Front forearm to front thigh as that back arm, that right arm reaches forwards or wraps around the lower back. Right hand to left hip. Or maybe take the bind here as well, lowering the upper body down slightly, reach around for the hand. Releasing the bind. Coming up with that arm, inhale, warrior two. From here into the toes, the back foot, rotate the body around slowly, or lower the body down, walk that front foot out to the outside edge. Hands now be on the mat or a block, so we come into our half splits and lizard lunge flow. Moving between the two, maybe noticing on this side of the body. Going to move a bit deeper, make it slower. And again, we can bring those arms, those hands up above us. And on the exhale, bring them behind us. Nice, taking maybe two more rounds. Straining into that front leg, flexing the foot up towards the ceiling, hands come to support, bring that left hip back, pulling it back. Either looking up here or lowering down towards the leg. And again, taking 2 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, bending into that knee, coming forwards, holding lizard lunge either from the hands or down the forearms. Choosing whether that back knee stays on the mat or comes off the mat. Taking a few breaths, maybe adding some movement. Okay. Well then bring the back knee down, come up onto the hands. Bring the hips back slightly as we then slide the left leg back to join the right. And you can take your resting pose, maybe in child's pose or in downward dog, taking 3 breaths there. I'm going to switch back around so I'm facing the front. Okay, and then from here we're going to come to lay on our fronts. So from downward dog, come down to the knees, and child's pose, rise up to the knees. Slide the knees back. Lower the elbows, bend the elbows, lower the body down. I'm going to first come into Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the upper body up. Bring elbows into shoulders, forearms and hands, press down. Roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades together. And press down to the tops of the feet. Maybe take them slightly wider if there's any discomfort in the lower back. Pressing down, keeping the legs active so the knees almost come off the ground. Pressing down to the arms. Taking one more breath. And on your exhale, lowering briefly, taking a second round, either in the same pose or into cobra this time. If we're taking cobra, hands come under shoulders, inhale, lift the body up, keep the elbows in, roll the shoulders back, pressing down into the ground, only rising up to about where the navel is. Last breath. And on your exhale, lowering, taking a short break, hand over hand, forehead on the backs of the hands, maybe pointing the heels towards each other, and take a moment's rest. Crocodile pose. Okay, you can have a listen for instructions or watch for demonstration on the next pose. We'll be taking a cobra flow, but I'll give two variations. So for the cobra version, we'll be bringing the hands under shoulders, and we'll be lifting the hands off the mat first. On your inhale, we'll be engaging the back to lift the body up. Exhale, hold where you are, place the hands down. Inhale, push up a little further from there with the arms. Exhale, come all the way down. So that's one option, so that's hands off. Inhale, use the back. Place the hands down, push up with the arms a little further. Exhale, lower down. The other option is to kind of take a Sphinx pose variation. So we'd have the arms in front of us. Again, arms off the mat. Inhale, use the back. Place the forearms down and then push into the forearms to lift the body up. So we're not pushing quite as high. So we'll take, I think, 4 rounds of movement and a 5th one we'll hold at the top, okay? So getting ready, I'm going to take the cobra variation. So hands under shoulders and lift the hands off the ground. Inhale, engage the back, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Okay, again. Hands off the ground. Inhale, use the back. Exhale, place the hands down. Inhale, push up a little higher. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Hands off the ground. Inhale, use the back. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, push into the arms. Exhale, lower. 4th round. Inhale, hands off the ground. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, use the arms. Exhale, lower. And this last round we're going to hold at the top. So hands off the ground. Inhale, use the back. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, press up. Taking 2 more deep breaths. Nice. And on your exhale, lowering, placing hand over hand, forehead on the backs of the hands, taking a moment's rest. Lovely. From here, pressing back into child's pose. Pressing down into the mat, lift the body off the mat. Bring the big toes together and choose whether you want the knees wide or together. As you then lower the upper body down, arms out in front of you. Place the head down. And from here, we'll take a variation of thread the needle. Keep one arm out long as you thread the other one underneath, placing the side of the face down. And just taking a few breaths here. On your next inhale, unthread the arms, change sides. Placing side face down the mat. One last breath. And then unthreading arms. Find a breath in child's pose. And then on the next inhale, walking the hands in. Going to sit back on the heels. Rocking over to one side, the hips. You take the legs out long in front of you. Nice. Okay. From here, getting ready for a twist and a fold. So we can do it with the leg out to the side today. So bending the right knee, place the right foot on the inside the left leg, either high up the thigh or down the leg where it's more comfortable. The knee points out towards the side. Inhale, twist first, left hand goes to the knee, twisting towards the knee. And right hand comes on the ground behind you. When we're holding here on our inhales, we're finding length up the back. And on the exhale, twisting from the centre of the body rather than forcing the shoulders round. Taking 2 more breaths. From here, slowly come around to the front, bring your arms up overhead, ready for our fold, and the exhale, falling over that front leg, placing the hands down, and dropping the head down as well. One more breath. And your inhale, walking the hands in, coming upright. Face this way for the second fold. So this time we'll have the right leg out in front of us and bend the left knee. Take the left leg out towards the side, pointing the knee that way. Coming into our twist, inhale, arms up. And then right hand to left knee, left hand on the ground behind us, looking over the shoulder. Again, find a length up that back, and on the exhale, we're twisting. Taking 2 more breaths. Get ready to move. Inhale, slowly bring arms up overhead, finding a fold over the front leg. Exhale, coming down, dropping the head down as well. One more breath. And your inhale, walk the hands in, coming upright as we get ready for a final fold. Both legs out in front of us this time. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling, sitting up high in the sitting bones, and maybe having a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and exhale, reaching forwards, keeping the back straight momentarily. Place the hands down, maybe 2 fingers around the big toes, hands on legs or the mat, and maybe drop the head down slightly as well. And when we are here, on your inhales, try to bring the body closer towards the feet, and on the exhale, lower slightly further down. Nice. Taking another breath or 2. On your next inhale, slowly walk the hands in towards the body, coming upright. Or then come to lay down on the ground. Maybe like to bring the arms off the mat, engage the core and roll down. Or maybe bring the forearms down to the mat and guide yourself there. And when you have made it down to the ground, you're going to bend the left knee and take hold of the leg. Maybe hugging it in close or rocking side to side. Circles with the knee. Just finding a movement that feels good for the lower back. And then coming to stillness. Keep hold the left leg with the left hand. Place the right hand on the hip or on the ground beside you. And we're opening into the hips first. Exhale, left leg opens out to the left, supported by the hand and arm. And taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, guide the left leg over the body. Change the hands over, right hand to left leg. And the left arm goes out along the ground, line the shoulder, either straight, or bend the elbow to cactus arms, depending on spacing which you prefer. On your exhale, taking a twist, we bring the left leg over to the right. Maybe keeping that hand on top of the leg, maybe placing a block underneath the knee, or taking the right arm out along the ground as well. I'm looking up the ceiling or over towards the left hand. Taking a few breaths here. You find it's quite hard having your foot towards the ground on this side, like it's weighing it down. You can place that left foot behind the right leg, which adds a bit more support again here. It's not going quite as far. One more breath. change sides. Hook the right knee in briefly, rock side to side, and then take that left leg out long, keeping the right leg hooked in. Again, like doing the other side, maybe you want to rock that leg side to side, or draw circles with the knee, just hook the right leg in closely. And then we meet in stillness, keeping hold of the right leg with the right hand, left hand comes onto the hip or the ground beside you as you open into the hips. Right leg out to the right, supported by the hand and arm. One more breath. Okay, then bring the right leg over the body, change the hands over. Left hand to right leg as the right arm goes out along the ground. Exhale, right leg to the left, taking the twist on this side. And when we're here again, left hand is down the leg, we'll go out along the ground, overlooking at the ceiling, over to the hand. Just breathing here, taking a few deep breaths. So you feel this pose of the body, where you need to open across the top of the body, twisting the side, or stretch in the lower body and the legs and hips. Just breathe into that space, another breath or two, trying to add some ease to the pose. When you're ready to move, bring the head to center. Inhale, guide the right leg over the body. Bring the left leg in to join. One more time. Taking a moment here. Now take hold of the knees, so left hand to left knee, right hand to right knee. And your inhale, like we did the arms, inhale, we're going to circle the knees out away from each other. And on the exhale, bring the knees in together. So it's inhale, circle the knees out and away. Exhale, in and together. Just take another one or two in this direction. And then we'll change direction. Open the knees away from each other, bring them to center, and then away. So exhale, open, and then together. Inhale, push them away. One more round. And when you finish, hugging both legs in over the body, hugging them tightly. Maybe bring the forehead to the knees for a moment. Lays the head down, and then place one leg, and then the other leg down onto the mat. Arms up overhead, getting ready for a full body stretch. In a moment on an inhale, we're going to tense all the muscles in the body, and on the exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze the hands, the feet, the arms, the legs, and the abdomen. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, squeezing here. Exhale. From here, you can find a stretch or movement of your own choice, so that's rocking the knees side to side, taking a happy baby pose, butterfly pose, soles feet together, knees apart. Maybe like to take an inversion or a plow pose. You can always pause the video and take a bit longer here. But for now, we're going to get ready for our Savasana relaxation, which will be laying on the ground for a couple of minutes in stillness. So if you'd like to put an extra layer, cover the eyes or cushion the head, take your time to prepare. And when you're ready, come to lay down in a comfortable position. Okay, when you're there, you're going to lay down the mat. You can either have the legs out long, the feet falling to the sides, maybe the width of the mat. Or maybe place the soles of feet in the ground, the knees bent, resting next to each other. Or maybe take a butterfly pose, soles, feet together and knees apart. The arms either rest beside the body, palms face up, or upon the body itself. Finally closing the eyes down or gazing softly out in front. Take a moment to release. Let go of the ground, support your body. here absorbing the benefits of moving our bodies today. We'll be taking the body scan. So that you first bring your awareness to the crown of the head, focusing here, noticing how it feels. And with that same focus, scan down over the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, along the sides of the face, unclenching the jaw. Bring the awareness down to the tops of the shoulders. And from the shoulders we scan down both the left and right arms, noticing the upper arm to the elbow, scanning over the forearms and wrists, all the way down to the hands and fingers. And with a focus on the arms, first on your inhale, I'd like you to tense them, squeeze them here. And on the exhale, fully release. From your arms, bring the awareness to the collarbones. We scan down the left side, the rib cage, and then the right. Left side of the abdomen, then the right side, all the way down to the hip space. And here with the focus on the top of the body, on your inhale, squeezing the top of the body, tensing here, and on the exhale, releasing and softening. From the hips, scanning down the legs, noticing the thighs on both the left and right side, to the knees, scanning over the shins and calves, down to the ankles and feet. And with the focus here in that inhale, squeezing the muscles in the leg, and on the exhale, relaxing them. Move the awareness to the lower back. Slowly scan up the spine. Bring your awareness from the lower to the center of the back, traveling past the shoulder blades and all the way to the back of the neck. And with the focus on the back, on your inhale, tense the muscles there, and on the exhale, allow that tension to melt away into the ground below. Bring your awareness back to the crown of the head and take a moment to appreciate the whole body. Maybe noticing how it feels, the contact with the ground below. And know that there's nowhere you need to be and nothing else you need to do. Taking this time for yourself. If you're distracted by thoughts or sounds, acknowledge that they are there and appreciate the spaces between. When the time is right, I'll guide us back to some gentle movement, but if you'd like to pause or end the video here, just take this time to lay down and have this time for yourself, please do so. We'll stay here a little longer. Begin to deepen the breath. Bring the awareness back. rolling the wrists and ankles, softly swaying the head. And maybe like to bring the arms overhead and have a yawn, or hook the knees in over the body. You can either remain on the ground to end the class, or maybe come and join me in seated by rocking the forwards and back up to seated, coming onto one side of the body, walk the hands up along the ground to an upright position. And when we're there, just allow yourself a moment to check back in, observing how we're feeling. And we'll end today's class as we began by taking 3 deep breaths in and sighing them out through the mouth together. So we exhale first to prepare, and then take a deep breath in, then out through the mouth. Breathing in and back out. One last time, breathing in, alongside, back out. From here, maybe like to take hands over heart and take a moment to thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up, for moving your body and noticing how you wanted to move. Thank you for joining today's session, and take your time as you get sorted. Thank you for